Hello, student. Good morning. I hope you all will be safe and sound. As we have discussed about the different kind of the minerals and their deposits in the different continents. So now we have to talk about the power resources. What are power resources? And we will come to know the different kind of the power resources in this one. Okay, let's have a discussion over it. Sunny's mother begins her day by switching on the geyser, and she irons Sunny's school uniform before waking him up. So, as they have told, they are trying to make us understand by giving one example about the power resources. So, as that has been told about the Sunny's mother, so her day starts by switching on the geyser. Okay, and as well as she irons the Sunny's clothes, and as well as she then rushes to the kitchen to prepare a glass of orange juice for him in the blender. Okay, you might have seen and you might have faced the same thing at your home. That means you get everything, and in the blender the juice was there, and your clothes are being ironed by your parents, as well as the other things we get at home. Okay, the same example they have given here. Sunny, have you finished taking bath? Come and have your breakfast, calls out mother while preparing breakfast on the gas stove for Sunny. While going to the school, Sunny forgets to switch off the light and fan. When mother switched them off, she thinks that life in the cities may be more comfortable, but its dependency on more and more gadgets, all of which consume energy, has led to a wide gap between the demands and the supply. As we all know that the life it has become so comfortable just because of these gadgets, which is being run by some power resources. The same things you want to describe over here. So there is a huge wide gap between the demand and the supply. With the advent of the science, with the advancement in the science and the technology, the lifestyle are changing very fast. So as you all know that with the advancement with the technology and science, the life it is changing very fast. Okay, now power or energy plays a vital role in our lives. It plays a crucial role, an important role in everybody's life. We also need power for industry, agriculture, transport, communication, and defense. So, power, we also need this power for running the industries, for agricultural activities, for transporting something, for communication and defense as well. Power resources may be broadly categorized as conventional and non conventional resources. So, these power resources can be categorized under the conventional and non conventional resources. Okay, so here the conventional resources they have given. Conventional sources of energy are those which have been in common use for a long time. Means the resources which is being used by the human beings for a long time. Okay, this is known as conventional source of energy. So here example has been given. Firewood and the fossil fuels are the two main conventional energy sources. Okay, what they have given under this one, one by one they have explained, that is firewood. It is widely used for cooking and heating. As we all know that the firewood, earlier also the people use this thing, so the cooking and heating. In our country, more than 50% of the energy used by villagers comes from firewood. And they have given the example, more than in our country, more than 50% of the energy that is used by the villagers that comes from the firewood. Remains of plants and animals which were buried under the earth for millions of years got converted by heat and pressure into fossil fuels. Whatever the dead bodies of animals and as well as the plants, they were buried under the earth over the millions of years. So they got converted by the heat under the earth, by the pressure of the earth. They have been just converted into fossil fuels. Fossil fuels such as coal, petroleum and natural gas are the main source of conventional energy. Okay, then these reserves of these minerals are limited, and whatever the reserves we are having inside the earth, these are in a limited way. The rate at which we are growing, the growing world population is consuming them is a far greater than the rate of their formation. Means the population is increasing, growing population, and so definitely the consumption of these things will be more. So it is creating one kind of threat. So as well as that whatever the formation of these fossil fuels, it takes millions of years for again forming these all the things. So these are likely to be exhausted soon. So it is means that has been shown here that these are likely, if the in the same rate of the consumption will be there, so definitely they will be exhausted very soon. Okay, and upside they have shown here about the oil and natural gas and conventional sources of energy. So you can make this one diagram in your notebook. Okay, you will have to make this diagram, check it properly, and you have to make it in your this one notebook. Okay, then after this one, what they have given about the coal. Okay, what they have given about the coal, this is the most abundantly found fossil fuel. Means mostly it is available, this coal. It is also the fossil fuel. It is used as a domestic fuel in industries such as iron and steel, steam engine, and to generate electricity. Mainly the use of the coal they have shown here. It is mainly used in the iron and steel industry and for steam engine, as well as it is used to generating electricity. Okay, electricity from coal is called thermal power. Whatever the electricity that is produced with the help of the coal, it is known as thermal power. The coal which we are using today was formed millions of years ago when giant ferns and swamp got buried under the layer of the earth. Mean to say, the coal which is being used by we people today, it has been formed millions of years back. Why? When giant ferns and the swamp got buried. When the giant ferns, the giant means very heavy trees, they have been got buried under the earth. Okay, then that is coal is therefore referred to the buried sunshine, and therefore the coal is also known as buried sunshine. It is also referred as the buried sunshine. Okay. Buried mean to say which is buried, which is just under the earth. Whatever the things have been buried, you might have heard about the burial grounds where the dead bodies are buried mainly by the Muslims and the Christians. Yeah, the same thing millions of years back, just because of the some of the natural disaster, natural activities, these giant trees also have been buried under the earth. Okay, the leading coal producer of the world are China, USA, Germany, Russia, South Africa, and France. These are the leading producer of the coal in the world. The coal producing area of India are in India. So coal producing, from where we get the means there are the deposits of the coal, and we are also extracting the coal from the coal mines in India. These are the Raiganj, Charia, Dhanbad, and Bokaro in Jharkhand. Okay. Then after this one, they have given here about the petroleum. What the petroleum? What they have given here? The petrol that keeps your car running, as well as the oil that keeps your cycle from squeaking. Both begin as a thick black liquid called petroleum. As we all know that is how much this petroleum that is important in everybody's life. Whatever the car, whatever the automobiles, these are just drive or ride by we people. So definitely there is a need of some energy that is known as petrol. Okay, it is found between the layers of the rock and is drilled from oil fields located in offshore and coastal areas. Mainly this oil, mainly that has been given here, it is mainly found huge deposits of the petroleum, mainly that is between the layers of the rocks, and it is drilled from the oil fields. We take it out from the oil fields located in the offshore and coastal areas, mainly in the coastal areas. This is then sent to the refineries, which process the crude oil and produce a variety of products like diesel, petrol, kerosene, and wax. Okay, here that has been given. After this one,